Hello everyone, this is CJ992 and today we're back from the brand new video, and I apologise right off the bat people, but can I just take a wee brief selfish moment, a selfish second, just to appreciate the fact that we've actually won a game of football and we've kept a clean sheet. Oh, it feels like it's been far too long. The last few games have been stressful, including that one by the way, especially the first 45 minutes that honestly had me sitting watching like this. It was awful in parts, but we've got over the line. And given what we've been told now that there will be no changes no matter what happens, this is what it's all about. People get used to that type of game because that is what's here to stay in. We're only one game away for the break now, which is going to be glorious. And we got the 3 points, we got the win in the bank. That I am very delighted for. The rest, not so much, ladies and gentlemen, because the performance wasn't great, especially that first 45 minutes. Second half, much better, and I thought a couple of players really stepped up and refused to allow a game that was screaming a draw. It was absolute screaming a draw for about 50 minutes in this game, but a couple of players really stepped up and refused to allow it to go down that scenario. And the longer you watch today's video, the more you'll hear about that. But if you're just wanting my quick reactions because it's very late at night and you've got work, college, uni, whatever you've got going on tomorrow morning, delighted at the result, not the performance. But as the last few videos have been filled with frustration and annoyance and about, before I get lost in the first 45 minutes of this game, I want to talk about something positive, and that is Malik Tillman. And it's a very interesting situation with Malik Tillman because I see it right here on the channel every single game. There's those that rate him and there's those that doesn't think he should be pulling on a Rangers shirt. Where I sit on this divide is this side right here, people. I actually really rate the laddie, and it's another game of football for me that I look at this short season already, that a 20-year-old centre attacking midfielder has been the difference maker in us dropping points or losing a game or going out in Europe. This lad at just 20 years old has another notch and another tick in his belt for winning games for Rangers, and that's what I see. I know he can frustrate the life because he isn't a Scotty Arfield that's constantly running and throwing himself into everything, giving silly fouls away and just running and running. I've actually got a stitch just pretending to run as much as Scotty Arfield, but we've came accustomed to maybe the workhorses, the hard-nosed, hard grafting type of players, because that's what we've brought into the football club. These players that can run all day. Now we see a 20-year-old lad, they strut in, have his chest out, want touches of the football, want contact, want to beat people 1v1, and actually wanting to be on the ball and think about what he wants to do. And everyone's like, what's this guy doing? He's not just hitting it first time aimlessly out to the wing. That seems very weird to me. But for me, I think he is that type of player because he's thinking, ladies and gentlemen. He wants to create, he wants to be the guy, and again for me he was, and I am very impressed with Malik Tillman. Once again, what he doesn't have in some areas he makes up certainly in other areas, and that is creativity, people, because him and Ryan Kent for me really stood out this afternoon in terms of creativity, because if you take them out, that starting 11, that's a draw every day of the week. But those two, especially the longer the game went on, refused to allow it to go that way. And that kind of leads us to Ryan Kent next. And again, we'll speak about Ryan Kent, and if you really want a summary of how Ryan Kent played, because still, when you watch the game recap and the longer you watch today's video, you'll hear every chance that we create and every chance we speak about Ryan Kent has created in this game. He created 5 major opportunities, or big chances as the old stats and statistics say these days. He created 5 big chances in this game, yet there's still parts of the game you look at it and say, come on Ryan, you're better than this. And to be fair, there's an argument, especially in the first 45 minutes, he is better than that. But there was a moment, and especially in the second half, where he just seemed to get that aggressive Ryan Kent back. And for me, that's the best Ryan Kent. No, the one that's sitting muttering into himself, walking down the wing frustrated because the players aren't doing what he wants him to do. When he's aggressive and he's got that kind of bit between his teeth, when he wants to get 1v1, again, very similar to Malik Tillman, that's when you see the best out of Ryan Kent. And it was Ryan Kent's creativity, aggression and skill that unlocked the Hearts' doors, that again allowed the platform for Malik Tillman to be the winner in this game. So 2 players that I think is very frustrating to a lot of people in our fan base, refused to allow this game to mutter out and peter away, grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck and won us the game. That is what they're capable of. What's frustrating for us as fans, even the ins that rate those two players, is they aren't doing it enough. But again, they've showed that they're capable of doing it. Hopefully it gives both of them a wee bit more confidence and allows them to get their chest out a wee bit further and start believing in their own abilities more, because when they turn it on, no one can get near them, and it was shown in this game right here. Now, I know that's going to upset a lot of people, because people, for whatever reason, just don't like either one of them. For those people, by the way, I'd maybe suggest just hitting the pause button right now and going ahead and hitting that red X, because you're not going to like the rest of today's video, because we're now going to transition into the game recapping. Again, all you will hear is Ryan Kent and Malik Tillman and every single talking point from a Rangers perspective. But before we do get to the Rangers' few attacks of the first half, there was a nearly moment for Hearts just 5 minutes into the game after we had crossed it 3 times in the opening 6 minutes. Keep it together, Craig. Keep it. There's only one more game, mate. There's only one more game, and we can calm down for a wheel. Right, we crossed it aimlessly, and Hearts get one touch of the football, hit a long ball to Giannelli in behind the Rangers defence. I think he runs Leon King, and to be fair, Alan McGregor not only comes out his line, but he does a beautiful kind of fallen Neo kind of Matrix. Remember at the end of Matrix 1 where he just kind of does this? Well, that's what McGregor done on his way down to do a slide tackle. It was the most uncoordinated, worst slide tackle in terms of the eyes, but he got the ball and he knocked it away for Giannelli as he used one of his McGregor pausing. That was massive in the game. In a moment everyone's probably forgotten it, but you probably just went, oh aye, I remember Hearts were 1v1 and McGregor done a slide challenge outside the box. Phenomenal for McGregor there. Thank you. That gave us the platform to go and do what we done, but aye, we never really took advantage of that. That's all. We never really bounced back, because out 15 minutes went from that moment where Hearts nearly scored for us. Side to side, 11 crosses in the opening 14 minutes of this game. 11 in 14 minutes. It was the standard, you know what I mean? Yeah, reaction. These players have deserved to pick. We heard it on yesterday's press conference. We discussed it. I voiced my opinion on it. Did we come out with piss and vinegar in our veins? No, we never. Slow, side to side, aimless crosses. Everyone was thinking the exact same thing. Oh no, did I just say piss and vinegar? But again, there was a guy that had a little bit of something to him in the first half and throughout this game, and that is Ryan Kent, as he skins Michael Smith for the first time of what will be a lot of times in today's video. Just shy of the 20th minute mark on the clock. He gets down the left hand side, gets his head up, he picks out John Lundstrom, who really should do better here, as he ends up lifting it over the target as Kent picks him out inside the box. Poor finish for Lunny, but good move, run and build-up play between Ryan Kent and Barisic. Something that happened quite a lot. I thought Barisic had a pretty good game as well this afternoon, by the way. And a lot of the challenges and the wee niggles that Hearts tried to do for him, I thought he had a wee bit of something about him today. So I actually really rated Barisic in this match. And it was almost, again, it wasn't brilliant or fantastic or unbelievable. I'm not going to sit here and sing, but I thought the partnership between Barisic and Kent looked maybe still a shadow of what it used to be, but still, even at a shadow, it's better than a lot of what's in the SPFL. So if they can keep building that back up and get back to where they were at, it'll be a very positive thing for this football club. But aye, it was a step in the right direction for them too, as I thought they combined very well all afternoon. But then the game died away for the next 13 minutes, unfortunately. People, where again it was slow, where again it was passive, where again it was lifeless, where again it was soul destroying to watch. And then Ryan Kent got the football, skinned Michael Smith, got everybody up off their feet again, putting a ball brilliantly to the back post, by the way, but there's no one there. Cholak's came in, he's got 2 Hearts defenders, not one person makes another run with the big Croatian, and there's a gap there. Kent puts it right there, no one's there. It goes all the way out to Halliday. Halliday ends up clearing it out for a corner kick because Tavernier is right on his shoulder, and it's an out-swinging corner, people. I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it today. It's no ruining my Wednesday night, Thursday morning. I'm not doing it anymore. Can I just say, in fact, I'm getting to it. Hearts had 3 corners in the first half. Every single one of them dropped it right in swinging. See how dangerous that was? We had to get clearances and we blocks here or that, or at the been goals. That was nice, eh? We wasted a lot of corners in this game with silly out swingers, and I think the epitome of it is our chance that came from it is a ball that's getting floated outward to the edge of the box, where Cholak's got to hit a half volley just to get it in. And I'll never understand it. I know, like, this expected goal nonsense that gets people made up jobs now in football these days, and everyone like says this is a good idea because it's swinging away for the goalkeeper, so you've got higher chances statistics, blah 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 blah. But nobody will ever convince me that doing that and floating a ball aimlessly with no pace out to the edge of the box for someone to hit a half volley is a better opportunity than if you just swing a ball right to the goalie, get bodies amongst it and try to get on the end of something. Nobody will ever convince me, people, but that's modern day football. That right there. I suppose it's been a little while since we mentioned Malik Tillman though, so 6 minutes later, after again another really slow passage of play, we get just kind of a kick ball up to Tillman, and Tillman does so well here as he brings it down and turns all in the air at the same time. He was like Batman in the 80s and early 90s, you know what I mean? Remember when he couldn't turn his head, so he had to move his full body? The ball comes in, it goes like that, turns the boy, runs through, gets Čolak, who's done a nice run from the left-hand side over to the right-hand side, finds him with a nice little pass, but it's actually really good defending from Big Sibic, I believe it is, as he gets his foot in there just before Čolak can get the shot away as he's running on to the through ball. Good movement, good build-up play, from Rangers, especially Tillman, but again, unfortunately, I have to say good defending for Big Sibic, who I thought had another decent game. That's it. I'm not in bottles there, people. The bottles are away. Look, I've not even got any juice left. That's how much I'm trying to get food for thought. When I tell you there was booze at the end of that first half, I mean there was booze, but justifiably so, because it was horrific. There was no change, there were no adjustments, nothing again. So we go into half-time thinking all the exact same thing. We need somebody to pull a rabbit out of a hat here to get the 3 points and just get us through to the next game. And the second half started okay from a Rangers perspective. I mean, Antonio Čolak tried to channel his inner Jelic as a kind of deflected ball goes up in the air. Again, he's nearly the edge of his own box. He just tries an overhead kick. That's the service we gave the most clinical finisher in Scottish football. Here's a half volley for the edge of the box. Go and hit your own overhead kick after we mess up a cross. That's what we were given, our most clinical striker. But it's got to be said, the team that had the best chance coming out the second half, who should have took the lead in this game, was Hearts Football Club, as they actually showed us how to cross a football, putting it near the goalkeeper. It actually skips away though down to the right hand side. I believe they then do a nice little passage of play. I think Shanklin gets involved. It hits it back down to Giannelli, and Giannelli just says, see, instead of floating it away out the way constantly, I'm just going to drill it right towards the goal and see what happens. And he drills it really hard and low, kind of what you're told to do from that position, and it looks like Andy Halliday's got a tap in at the back post, but it ends up nutmegging him going away, and you're thinking, oh my days there, we were nearly 1-0 behind to a Halliday goal. If that had happened, I'd have been checking my bedroom for cameras, because I know for a fact I'd have been in the Novo show. Do you know what I mean? Not the Truman Show, the Novo show, people. I'd have knew it was a simulation if that man had scored against us. And I thought he just had an awful moment, like a Halliday mistake, should have scored. But then I saw the replay back on my way home and everything, and McGregor, phenomenal save, because the ball actually comes in and he just gets his fingers on it and actually nutmegs both Tavernier and Halliday. I'm pretty sure if McGregor doesn't get his fingertips on that, Halliday is sticking that way. So for the second time already in today's video, McGregor. But was that loud siren of a warning sign something to wake us up and get us going? No, really. The only player that seemed to wake up, if I'm honest with you, was Ryan Kent, who again skinned Michael Smith down the left-hand side, put in another ball that was just no one there to attack it. Again, these are balls that's dropping in the 6-yard box, and no one besides Antonio Čolak is in the box at home versus Hearts in a game we had just been beaten for St Johnstone. I'm expecting a bit more bodies in, and I'm expecting a bit more gung-ho, but it just isn't like that, and we need to stop pretending or stop hoping that it is going to be like that. It's clear as day, we won't make any changes, people. There won't be any changes no matter the result, so we've got to come to expect these moments in these games, and maybe for our own sanity, if we just accept it, it will make these games easier to watch, because it was tough. But your boy Ryan Kent again turned it on, and for me this is when he started getting angry, like, you know what I mean, the red face. See when Ryan Kent's sitting about there with red cheeks on the old Nasher, people, that's when I'm happy, because that's when he's annoyed and he starts getting involved in things, starts getting a wee bit nippy. I think the yellow card, if I'm honest with you, really annoyed him. He's angry, he's aggressive now, and this is what happens in the 65th minute of this game, is he gets the ball, he refuses to lose it, he skins Michael Smith again. Honestly, Michael Smith will be going to sleep the night checking his closet for Ryan Kent sitting in there like that, people, because he just gave him a torrid time. Like, I'm sure if you're just going to watch the highlights or anything like that, the only clips you'll see of Michael Smith is like that. because he's been decked again by Ryan Kent. Anyway, cuts inside him. Then the other boy's got, I believe it's Shanklin that's coming in for him, but then he skins him as well. So he skins Smith, he skins Shanklin, and then he flicks it away. I can't remember the other Hearts player, I do apologise, but it's three players really sharp, low, centre of gravity, shifting his position, just beating three players. That's what you're capable of, Kent. When you're on it, you're as good as anyone in this league with your dribbling ability. Takes three Hearts players out the game, passes it down to Barisic. Again, they're back on the wavelength, and Barisic just picks out Tillman, who's made a brilliant run centrally inside the box. When he's able to do that, when he's played in the right position, this is what he brings you. And it's a wonderful finish that ends up nutmegging Craig Gordon. But I love every aspect of that game, and I think this game right here should be remembered just for this goal. Probably will be, but in terms of the three players, the three pillars in this game, I think won us this game of football, and the three best players on the day that really rolled their sleeves up and refused to allow this game to shuttle off to where it is. Again, McGregor made a couple of good saves as well, so he should be in that conversation. But in terms of outfield players who refused to allow this to be a draw, Ryan Kent, brilliant. Barisic, brilliant. And Tillman, brilliant. All exactly when we needed them in this passage of play to get us the goal that eventually went on to win us the game. But as you saw with the rest of the game, people, that goal changed everything in the match, because Hearts no longer could sit back and try and hit on the counter-attack and use Ginelli's pace and use this and everything like that. They had to actually start committing people forward and starting to go on attack, and that created numerous opportunities in the last 15 minutes, especially when Morelos had came on, because again, you can't just sit with one centre-back versus Morelos. That is absolute madness for Hearts. But again, they were forced into doing that because they were chasing an equaliser, they were piling people forward, and I thought Scott Wright done especially well attacking this space. Great substitution bringing him on as well. By the way, I thought he was brilliant in the game. I thought, again, the reason he's so good is because Hearts are piling people forward. I thought him and Morelos looked really sharp and really attacked the space well, but again, that's what they're told to do. Hearts are clearly going to go for it, go and attack the space. Both of them did that, and Scott Wright did. I thought he was very sharp, he got involved and everything. Him and Morelos was nipping, but again, most of the chances that was created for Morelos, it ended up scuffing or fluffing and away. And a couple of the big moments is obviously Tillman, brilliant down the right hand side again, skins one, kind of takes an ollie in for a walk, picks out Morelos for a tap. No, I wouldn't say a tap, and a shot within 3 or 4 yards, ends up scuffing it directly into the arms of Gordon. That really should be a goal, but again, it's positivity from Tillman, who is dragging and creating things, and Morelos nearly makes the next opportunity for both sides, if believe or not. And this was the real last chance of the game. Is the centre-back from Hearts, sorry, I'm whiffing his name, I do apologise, it's very, very late at night, people. Morelos comes, shoulder badges him, wins the ball, but his lack of composure really shines here, because he should just run directly into the box, then pick someone out, but he tries to react too quickly, ends up firing it across the box to no one, and Hearts end up hitting a counter-attack here where they really should have done better, and would have done better if it wasn't for the defending of Leon King. And I'm very happy that I get to say this here, people, because it's a sharp counter-attack. Shanklin actually does very clever run. If you go and watch it, he shakes King as if he's going to go to the back post, and then he tries to jolt to the front post as the ball's coming in. But give credit to the young laddie, because we've all sat here and had to talk about making mistake after mistake in the last few games, but the way he defends Shanklin here is brilliant, because it's very reminiscent of the goal that St Johnstone scored when Nicky Clark, when he faked Barisic and came across on Barisic, again, just no got any defensive sense at all. King switched on, saws the backwards fake, and then comes forward, just clips in and gets his toe ahead of Shanklin, who looked as if he was getting a free shot on goal. Brilliant defending for the young lad, and I'm very, very happy that I get to say that, because it's been a couple of dark moments and bad times for him recently in the squad, but that was great bit of defending. That was the real last opportunity in the game of football for me. I'm going to remember